So I learned about this one career framework that has completely changed the way I think about my career. So good. I've been repeating it to friends who are in the middle of a career pivot, friends who are burning out, or friends who are simply stuck. The framework is about the 6 games that we all play in our careers: the money game, the influence game, the security game, the mastery game, the autonomy game, and the altruism game. Many of us are miserable in our careers for 2 reasons. We're optimizing for multiple outcomes and feeling overwhelmed. In other words, we're playing too many games at once. Or we're playing a game we don't even want to win. That was me. I thought I wanted to win the influence game. So I kept taking jobs that looked impressive. I chased big titles that earned others respect. I said yes to multiple speaking gigs. I chased being seen. But for some reason, I still felt unfulfilled, like something was missing. For example, way before, I had always wanted to work in product for a big tech company. I worked my ass off, and I finally landed a prestigious product management role at LinkedIn. But I burnt out quickly. Even if I had the impressive title, role, and company under my belt, I still felt like something was missing. I realized I didn't love the bureaucracy, the illusion of autonomy, and need to pander to what my execs and bosses cared about. And then I became a founder. And while it's the hardest job I've ever had in my life, I just love it. I love the freedom, the autonomy, the flexibility, the creativity, and the ability to work with whoever I want and when I want. Even after doing it for a couple years now, and trust me, it is not the easiest job out there, I'd still happily choose to be a founder, especially if it means not going through the corporate life again. And looking back, maybe I did need to play this game early in my career, because it allowed me to do 2 things. One, it allowed me to learn about what games I did and didn't like to play. And second, it allowed me the privilege, the financial runway, the credibility, and the opportunity to then get to choose the games that I wanted to play. Once I found clarity on which games I actually cared about, it made playing the career game more fun along the way. Let me show you the 6 career games you might be playing with more depth. I'm going to introduce a couple characters that best fit each game. We're going to talk about who they are, what their roles are, what they care about, what success looks like, and what they don't care about. The question isn't which game is best. The question is, which game do you want to win? First, we have the security game. I'm Janet. I am a senior marketing manager at a big tech company. I care about job stability. I want a reliable paycheck that comes every 2 weeks, benefits that cover me and my family, and a steady number of hours to work every week. Success to me looks like clear career ladders, annual promotions, and a solid equity refresh every few years. I'm willing to trade off working on my passion or high growth cycles when I work for a startup for safety. I'm even willing to trade off getting a higher compensation packet if it means I don't have to take on any risk. I don't need chaos. I need predictability. The money game. Hey, I'm Taylor. I'm a general partner working at a VC fund. I care about large financial upside. I want to turn capital into even more capital. Success to me looks like getting into the hottest fundraising rounds, returning the fund, and building generational wealth. I need to find the companies that are going to make us billions of dollars, even if it means taking the risk of finding multiple failed companies along the way. I'll trade away my passion, security, time with family, and even changing the world if the fund's performance requires it. I mean, technically my passion is money. I will take a lot of calculated risks and bets, even if some days I'm not making any money. I might even be losing it. If it means finding the one unicorn company that will make it big. The mastery game. I'm Sam. I'm a backend engineer at a deeply technical startup. I care about solving really interesting engineering problems and writing elegant code. It makes me so happy whenever our users comment about how performant our product is. Success to me is being the go-to expert on my technical stack, working on really hard engineering problems, shipping really well-written code, and building products that I'm proud of. Whenever I take on a project, it must have a certain level of challenge because I always want to get better at coding in every project that I take on. I'll trade visibility, team leadership, or even compensation if it means working on engineering problems in peace. I don't care about climbing the ladder. I've actually been offered multiple managerial positions and turned them all down. I didn't get into tech to manage people. I got into tech to code, and that's what I want to continue to do.
The autonomy game.
I'm Riley. I'm a freelance brand and product designer. I care a lot about flexibility. I want to choose my clients, my hours, my office location, my creative process, and my team. Success to me looks like a flexible and sustainable creative business. I get to work with clients I vibe with, hire teammates who work well with me, take a Wednesday off without asking any permission, work in Asia one week and Europe the next, and execute on critical business decisions that I can own. I'll trade the prestige of working in a big tech company and the steady paycheck if it means I get to work on my own terms. I don't care about fancy job titles and pandering to clients who I don't want to work with. I can fire those clients anytime. I'm chasing freedom and autonomy.
The influence game.
Hi, I'm Casey. I'm a VP of sales at a well-known startup. I care most about shaping the roadmap, changing the structure of the organization for the better, and having a voice that people listen to. Success to me looks like driving a lot of strategy, growing and developing really large organizations and big teams, speaking at multiple conferences, being around other executives and leaders in the tech space, and eventually becoming someone that others quote. I'll trade off deep work and even sometimes trade off my weekends if I get to shape the narrative and be a public-facing leader. I don't care about staying behind the scenes. I care about being seen, respected, and heard.
Lastly, the altruism game.
Hi, I'm Alex. I lead product at a nonprofit building tools for under-resourced communities. I care about impact, real, measurable, human-centered change. Every day I wake up because of what we're building for the communities that I really care about. Success to me looks like shipping tools to help marginalized users, seeing adoption where it matters most, and seeing real stories of people who've been uplifted because of our products. I'll trade startup glamour and compensation if it means working on something that creates systemic change. I really don't care if our valuation hits $1 billion. I also don't care if we build delightful and technically challenging products. I care much more if our products actually change people's lives. I care if the number of lives that we touch reaches 1 billion people. Okay, I hope you had fun meeting all those characters in the tech space. Of course, all these games are valid, but if you don't know which one you want to play, then you end up chasing all of them and burning out. Or you might be playing the wrong games. When I finally realized I was playing the wrong game, it felt really freeing. So if you're stuck, maybe it's not about working harder or completely pivoting your career. Maybe it's just about figuring out what games you actually care about winning and changing your situation, your role, or even just your mindset. The clarity really makes playing the entire career game more fun along the way. Let me know in the comments what games you might be playing now and which ones you eventually want to play in the future. I'll see you in the next video. And okay. I immediately